All right, y'all, this is the last one. This is the final lesson in Universe and Galaxies. Yes, you have reached the end. Do yourself a favor and check out these questions. You're not answering these in your notes. It's just something to stop and think about to see if you've really gotten this stuff. Now, we probably would do something different if we were in class, but just double check yourself. Ask yourself what can be determined by the color of a star. I've emphasized that a couple of times in some of the lessons. Okay, and then think about our chart of a life cycle. How does a star's mass determine its evolution or the changes that it goes through? Right? Think about that a minute. Okay, and then can you name the 4 methods used to measure astronomical distances outside of a solar system? You wrote them down. They're in the first part of your notes, but can you remember what they are? Now, if we were taking our semester exams, we would have practiced a little bit more than we have this way. And these just would have been rolling right off your tongue. I would have emphasized them a whole lot more, and we would have focused on some things in a little bit different way. But I know since we're doing this e-learning thing, things are a little bit different. All right, but those are some questions to look at. Last subject we want to deal with, this is number 32, okay, is the difference between astronomy and astrology. Astronomy is as simple as what you're doing if you look outside in the night sky. And you look at stars and you say, that one's brighter than that one. That one appears to be this color. Okay, you are making observations. You're actually throwing yourself in the middle of the scientific method. But astronomy, where we're taking measurements, right? We're doing some calculations. That is based on science. Astrology, okay, it's not a scientific study. It's not presented as science. It's presented as something almost supernatural. Now, at this point, I would probably do, if we were in class, I would do the whole left side of the room, right side of the room thing, because we know that not everything fits in the science box. Okay? So, you can be fair to both sides if you say astronomy is presented as science, astrology is not so much presented as science. Okay, but basically astrology is where you got the zodiac, and you were born under a certain sign, so you're going to have this influence. And could there be some science to that? Yeah, depending on how much gravity you were born in and, the pull of planets. And I don't know, there's some consistencies to that, a little bit, kind of, sort of. But it's not something that you put in a science book and you say all Leos are this. Or all... everybody born under a Gemini is this, for a fact. You just don't do that, okay? And it's just not presented as science. So let's nail down 32. The scientific study of space, stars, physical universe is called astronomy. But using the sun and moon and stars to predict the effect of humans is called astrology. It's not presented as science like astronomy is packaged. You get me? All right, so flip to the next page, and there's some independent practice things. I'm going to walk you through these. We'll just go through them together. Can you name the 3 types of galaxies? They're shown in pictures above that. They are in your notes. You've done them before. Well, C is easy. What's that? Okay. And if you remember C, look at A. What's that? I can't hear you. Flip back, look it up. Ivan, put your phone away. Yeah, A. It was B. I still can't hear you. Yeah. All right. We'll get to the answers in a minute. Okay, so what type of galaxy is the Milky Way, the galaxy that we're in? Come on, tell me. Right. Yep, we'll go through the answers. Don't worry about it. Where's our sun located? Where's our solar system located in the Milky Way galaxy? I'll give you a hint. Look over at C. Are we located in the middle, the very center where it's really bright? Are we located, kind of halfway between the outer space and the middle? Or are we located on the very edge? It was in a picture. Okay, what about number 4? Let's look at that. The Milky Way galaxy contains interstellar matter. Now be careful on this one. This is a thinking person's question. It contains interstellar matter that may do what? Now be careful on this one. Form new galaxies, form new universes, form new stars, or form new constellations? Think about it. 5 is even worse. You need to stop and think about this from what you know from a very practical point of view before you just jump down and write something down. I do want you guys to write these answers down on this paper. This is the last page I want you to take pictures of. Okay, here's number 5. As the universe expands, do galaxies, superclusters, clusters, and do solar systems also expand? Think of the solar system that you know about. Have we found that it is expanding? If that answer that you just thought of applies, then ask yourself if it applies to all the other ones. Okay, let's check these out. Okay, it's just stuff to think about. Okay, oops, wait a minute, I didn't want that one. There we go. 3 types of galaxies. Okay, the one on top, A was elliptical, B was irregular, and C was spiral. Okay, what type of galaxy is the Milky Way? It's a spiral galaxy, from what we can tell. That picture that I uploaded and put on our wall, it kind of helps you out a little bit. Okay, where are we located in the Milky Way? Okay, wait. Everybody's yelling that at once. I can't make it out. Raise your hand. I'm playing. Okay, it's in one of the spiral arms. That's right. Okay, and what may that interstellar matter, this is number 4, what may that stuff do? Now, can it create another universe? Probably not. Could it form new galaxies? Could it form another universe? It could form new stars, but it's not going to form new constellations. The Milky Way, this question is about our galaxy. Sure, it could form new stars. It's not going to make another universe. It's not going to make another galaxy, right? And it's not going to make new constellations. Constellations is groups of stars, right? It's not going to do that. Okay, 5 is weird. Okay, as the universe expands, do galaxies expand? Do superclusters expand? Do clusters expand? Does our solar system expand? All right, check this out. Nope. Gravity, remember what we said, gravity is holding everything in place. There's a diagram that I could have drawn for you guys that walks you through what happens if one galaxy were to suddenly just become non-existent. You would see this shift in the whole universe, and it would throw gravity off. In Star Trek Generations, it's a movie, I think it's on Amazon Prime. You should watch it. It's just good. It's just a good thing to watch. If you're bored watching everything else and streaming everything else, you should watch Star Trek Generations, and you'll get an idea of what gravity within a star system will do. Okay? Those things tend to stay together, relatively, together, but the groups is what's spreading apart. All right, one more. Okay, and then in the assessment, here you've actually got 5 main questions. Okay, I need you to go in and on your paper, I need you to define astrology and then astronomy. Okay, tell me what information is found in an HR diagram. Go back and look at that if you want to. Which is hotter, a white dwarf or a red dwarf? Okay, that was also covered. And what force determines the distribution and organization of stars? Well, you know that one. You've known that one since 6th grade. Okay, and how are stars formed? Just walk through it kind of generally. Okay, and we did. We walked through those. Those are actually in one of the PowerPoints. It's just step by step. All right, and once you get those all done, don't forget your vocabulary and upload both of those. Remember, you're going to 2 different uploads, right? All the pictures of your notes and pictures of your vocabulary, and upload those. And after you do that, you are done with Universe and Galaxies. There's no more anything. And then next week, I'll start uploading stuff for space exploration, and that's our last unit.